Today, from the Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints taking on Desmond Ridder and the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. First and 10, it's Patterson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here.
Here's Ridder. On the catch, it's Crowder. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he's... First down, here's Ridder. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw it here. Ridder. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Jamison Crowder hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Again, it's Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Carr going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And the Saints are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
To the air again, it's Ritter. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Ritter with another throw on second down. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On 3rd and 1, it's Ritter. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Ritter on 1st and 10. This is caught. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Ritter. He's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Algier is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Carr to throw again. He finds his man Johnson. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Now Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Here is 3rd down and 4. Carr now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Throwing on first down is Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. Grady Jarrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. That is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Falcons, they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it will indeed be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 7-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.